Hi guys, my name is Alyssa and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do Jupiter in Scorpio. If you've been following along, you'll know that this is the second to the last one. The only Jupiter video I have not done at this point in time is Jupiter in Libra. So what does Jupiter in Scorpio mean? In order to figure out what Jupiter in Scorpio means, you need to know what Jupiter means. Jupiter is the planet of luck and expansion, among other things. You know, it's just good stuff. My favorite metaphor that I've been using this whole series is that if you're an archer and you're shooting a bow and arrow, you want to shoot it into the target, right? And if you're a really shitty archer, like all of us are, because no one arches anymore, you would want a huge target to make sure that you could hit it at all times. And that's what Jupiter does. It expands the target. So there's more opportunities for growth, more opportunities for luck. So wherever Jupiter is in your chart, you have a lot of opportunity there. What happens to people is that when you have Jupiter in a certain situation, we're doing Scorpio and the 8th house, because Scorpio rules the 8th house, you have a problem with being lazy there. Because Jupiter can actually cause laziness and expanding. Imagine expanding, getting fatter physically. It's really because we take it for granted. If something's easier for us, we tend not to focus on it. The hard things in life are what we focus on. That's just the human nature. So it's the hardships in life that cause us to grow. If you allow yourself to grow your Jupiter, you can use it to have way more luck, way more growth, way more excitement in your life. And that's what we want to do here. But Scorpio itself is not an exciting sign. In fact, for most people, it's a very scary sign. I'd say if I polled people, which I've never done, but based on comments that I get, people are intrigued by Scorpios, but they actually also hate Scorpios. A lot. It's because Scorpios are deep. Sometimes people feel like they're liars, and a bad Scorpio, the bad sign of Scorpio, can get into a lot of lies. And a lot of time, I believe, because it's a very relational sign, Scorpios lie to protect themselves or to protect other people, because they live in a situation where everything is very deep, very connected, and very close to people. And the sign of Scorpio is very sensitive. Scorpio is very penetrating. It doesn't become, it's not like Pisces where it can become what it's around. Scorpio doesn't do that. Scorpio tries to figure out what it's around. So people with Jupiter in Scorpio or Jupiter in the 8th can end up being very good lawyers and private investigators. That requires you to search and to figure out what's actually happening, right? Scorpio is also like the sexual sign. It rules over the sexual organs. The 8th house does as well. The 8th house is actually kind of taboo and all of that. And so when you have Jupiter in Scorpio or in the 8th, you're very much into weird, mysterious, occult, taboo, sexuality, all of that stuff, but not necessarily in a fun, happy way. Jupiter and Leo people might have more fun having sex. They might have more partners. Jupiter and Scorpio person might actually become way closer to their one partner in particular, and not be able to separate themselves from them. They may latch on to different people in life very hardcore. When it comes to relationships, anything with Scorpio is super strong. So when you have your Jupiter there, it's expanding that, and you are a very close relational human. You need that. And in that case, you can start being very secretive because you might feel like you're getting too close, but you can't stop yourself. So you lie to the people that you love. You might be good at that. Or you lie to the people that you hate to protect the people that you're the closest with. And maybe I say lie. I use that loosely. If you have a lot of secrets, if you're in on a lot of knowledge, which people with Jupiter and Scorpio often are. Now, Scorpio in the 8th can also be very jail-like. So when it comes to luck, you may not feel lucky. Anyone with Jupiter in the 8th, they tend to feel like not lucky at all. Like they spend a lot of time going around in a circle, walking around in your cell, going over and over and over again, all the things that went wrong, your past histories, life with other people, your relational problems. You can just spend so much time on them and get very angry, very depressed because you can't leave. You can be addicted to therapy. You can be addicted to other people's advice. Instead of just living life, you want something to tell you phase. So you can get into like tarot, you know, pendulums and crap. I have some Scorpio Saturn, and sometimes I just really want to only play with my tarot cards and hope that they can just live my life for me. When your Jupiter is in Scorpio or the 8th house, this stuff happens to you. You have a lot of money skills. A lot of Jupiter and Scorpio people might be like accountants, because you can go over the details over and over and over again of other people's money. You're great at auditing. You might even be like, wow, this is actually fun for me. You have a good time with that. A Jupiter and Scorpio would actually make a lot of money. They can. Where Jupiter and Taurus people, or Jupiter in the second house people, might end up, which is your opposite, might end up on welfare because it's easy to get money and they don't have to work for it. A Jupiter and 8th house person might find this a little bit difficult to get money, so you work for it, but when you do, you grow in abundance of it because you're working for other people's money. You might actually be taking care of a few Jupiter in the second houses with your own abilities to expand on that. You naturally know how to expand wealth and business contract. Jupiter and Scorpio people are actually very sociable. You know how to deal with your contacts. You know how to connect with people, and so you can sell them anything. Scorpio, the sign is very magnetic, so Jupiter and Scorpio people, you have the ability to be super magnetic. Now, if you're not magnetic, if you're bad with social stuff, if you hate money, all that kind of stuff, you might have a lot of issues with your Jupiter, and so those need to be resolved. Figure out why. Like, what happened? Was it your upbringing? Did it screw you up as far as making money was concerned? You know, were you raised by people who didn't worry about money, and so all of a sudden you're thrown out into the world and you have an issue with it? Or maybe relationships, you hang on to these married people. Like, you imagine Taboo, you could be obsessed with somebody who is maybe perfect for you in your mind, but they're married to somebody else and they're not going to leave them because they have an entire family. Jupiter and Scorpio has to be really careful they don't sell themselves short, because it's very easy to get into a bad situation and then stay in it. Because as I said, when 8th house Scorpio is like jail. You're just stuck in the same situation for a long time. And the truth of the matter is that when it comes down to it, especially when you have Jupiter in the 8th house or Scorpio, you hold the key to your survival. You just have to get the fuck out of jail, because you're always waiting for, you know, that moment to strike, for that thing to happen to get you out, because you're so used to it. You know, like I said with the tarot cards, you can get really invested in other people living your life for you. You can get really invested in just the signs, the fate, reading between the lines. In reality, what you have to do is just live life. And so remember that, because that's, I think, the one thing that can happen. And you can also be very, very clever. And you will be. You're very clever, very devious. Make sure you're using that to your advantage and not to keep yourself in jail so that people feel bad for you. Don't confuse yourself, basically. So you guys are very strong. When you put your mind to it, you can really do anything. You can figure out anything. Allow yourself to be with good people so that when you're mashing your soul with somebody else or whatever else you're mashing with, make sure that it's good. Make sure that it's on the same page. Make sure you're not fucking slumming, okay? Because you're better than that. And you have to always remember. And not because you're better than that, because you're better than everybody, but because you're better than that. And you know the answers. And the answer is always inside of you. So look inside of you. Don't look over here. And that is your story. Bye.